Pajama Party Profit Show. Our whole idea about this show is to inspire and encourage those who want to make a real living from home. I have a special guest today, but before I tell you about that, I just want to let you know about my upcoming manifestation sprint. We're going to earn some Christmas money before Christmas ever happens. It's 5 days, and it's, what is it? Under $50. And you're supposed to earn between $1,000 and $5,000 just by getting in alignment with it. So if you want to do that, check that out. Find the links at pajamapartyprofits.com. Today, I'm so excited because Charisse has been a friend with mine, a partner in crime before me or with me, someone who understands the stuff. When you just get stuff, this is Charisse. She knows her marketing. Let me run you a quick bio on her. She's been over 30 years working with small businesses and entrepreneurs. She's helped them build systems. So important. And create lasting legacies. She
Yeah.
is passionate about helping others succeed, and what is my motto? Have fun while you're doing it. So her philosophy for creating any business plan includes living your best heart-centered, grounded, and fulfilled life. So that's the business plan that we're going to stop today, because who the heck wants to create a JOB for themselves if they don't have to? I love it. Welcome, Therese.
Hello, hello. Yeah,
Therese.
who wants to have a job? Like, ooh, that sounds gross. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, never again. Let's be self-employed and have control over our futures and over what revenue, like what income we can earn and, how we can pay ourselves and who we actually have to put in our energy sphere. I'm going to go a little woo on that because good grief. We've all worked in toxic offices and never again, right? Self-employed all the way. You can fire those clients all you want then.
So that was 30 years ago. I mean,
Yeah,
we all know that, you started when you were just in diapers, but can you think
absolutely.
back
Yes.
that far? Can you think back that far and tell me, how did you first do it? I mean, I've this is kind of a recurring thing. People are like, "Oh, I just said I'm never going to work again." But let's talk about what it really looked like for you.
So my journey was kind of circular. So I've always had some kind of side hustle going on for most of my adult life. So it wasn't so much that I was leaving corporate America immediately in my 20s and running away and joining the circus. It was more, I always had a side hustle that always, gave me a little bit of extra money to do more fun things. Save for retirement or buy that new phone or buy, whatever. Pay for the car payment, all the fun things in life. And I also worked in corporate America for a really long time. I was a commercial property manager for 25 years, and well, I guess 20. Anyways, absolutely loved it. I love everything about that life, except that in my mid 40s, I got sick with an autoimmune disease and could no longer keep up with that level of intensity. I burned out basically, and that was the end of my career. Um, and it's funny, when I was a young whippersnapper in the industry, I was watching other brilliant women who were also burning out around the same period of time. And I thought that will never be me. I'll be fine. I meditate. I do all the things. I have been a spiritual junkie for my whole life. It'll be fine. I'll just, whatever. And then between the stress of the job and the stress of my now long dead marriage, that was just a bridge too far for me. And so I did end up hitting that wall. And I think a lot of women do. Our 40s is where we find ourselves, I like to think. And so I found myself, and what I found was that door completely closed for corporate America. So now it's time to do something different. well, I already have these little side hustles that I've been doing for all of my adult life. Let me turn one of them into an actual business that makes sense. And so that's how I ended up now here. So,
Okay,
yeah,
let's pause on
very
that for
long
just a sec
story.
because I want to take us a little further back, because you
Mhm.
started off saying you've always had a side hustle for,
Yes.
extras. So what can you remember one of them?
Mm, yeah. So, for the longest time, I did, here in Canada, we had something called Regal. It was like house parties and that kind of stuff. And so I sold Regal on the side as an independent contractor for decades and decades. And it's slightly different from a normal MLM. I guess they don't exist any longer, but it was slightly different from a normal MLM in that you didn't have an upline or a downline. There was no pressure to create an empire of it. It was just whatever product you sold, you got a decent commission off of it, and you were basically a wholesaler. It was fantastic. There were a lot of people that actually created brick and mortar businesses, and all they sold was the stuff that they could get from the catalogs. So it was kind of cool. Like, yeah, it was a fun little business. And I did that for a very long time. And then
I
after that,
wonder how many people in the industry of internet marketing, which is kind of where we fit in right now, I wonder if we went back and surveyed them, like how many people did something like that? How many people did a paper route? How many people sold either vacuum cleaners or Tupperware or Amway or, something similar to that? Because the
exactly,
reality is it teaches you, wow, it teaches you a lot of skills just selling something, right? Have you ever tried to work with someone
absolutely.
who's never sold anything? It's rough. What do you think?
It's it's obvious when they've never sold anything. Absolutely. And you know, it was funny because the MLM world, now that I've been in actual marketing and actual like deep into the online world for such a long time, um, the MLM world actually has like buttloads of training and mindset and sales and all the things. Whereas Regal didn't. We had to learn all of that on our own. There was, because it wasn't uplines, downlines, nobody else cared if you made sales except for the actual company itself. So there really wasn't a lot of big training programs or fussing or anything like that. Um, there
So
were
you're just
maybe
born into being a great salesperson. Is that what you're saying?
either you learned how to be a good salesperson just, and this was back in like the 90s and 2000s, either you learned how real quick how to sell this, or you just simply did it for 2, 3 months, couldn't make a go of it, and left to go do other things. So
Survival of the fittest.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
That's
Yes.
awesome. All right,
Um,
let's get into, if you don't mind, I'm gonna push this past now a little bit.
absolutely.
I had to know what your first kind of side hustle was, but you said something a little bit profound, and I think it has to do with what we said, how we promoted today's interview. You said that it took to your 40s till you found yourself. And that does not mean, I'm sure you do not mean that anyone under 40 or beyond 40 can't work for themselves. But the title of this show really is Living Your Best Life as a Business Plan. What are you talking about? Come on, this is too good to be true, right? Tell me what you're talking about.
So I do think that when you are younger, 20s, you're not really sure, even younger than that, you're not really sure who you actually want to be when you grow up. Even into your 30s, a lot of times, a lot of us find ourselves, and I hear this a lot from clients and stuff, that they really drifted through their 20s and 30s, not really having a big plan, not really knowing exactly what they wanted to be and do in their life. That was me for sure. Um, the things that I did know that I wanted, I didn't end up getting for the most part. So there's that. um, and yet I'm so incredibly happy and grateful that I didn't get them because I got the life that I actually, am happy with. But I think honestly, you know, midlife, that 30 to 60 range is where we start to really reassess who we want to be when we grow up. We start to think like, how can I make this life, this moment matter more to me than all the moments that went before, and to make the rest of my life be the life that I actually am going to enjoy waking up from every day, instead of a life where honestly most days you wake up and think, oh God, oh, I dread getting out of bed. I don't want those days. I don't want to, I mean, on the weekend, yes, maybe, but it's never a dreading that I'm still in bed. It's just more like a pajama party. I'm like, hey, I could be in bed all day. I can watch YouTube
I love
videos
it.
and yeah. As opposed to
Yeah.
I
Let's
have
just stop
to,
right there for a second because that was
yes,
pretty profound. And I just want to make sure it's captured. So basically, your philosophy, my philosophy, and of many others is that we get to do things. We don't have to do anything. And if you are waking up every day dreading something, it doesn't mean get up, quit your job, but it means find the things that give you joy in life. If you're agreeing with me, find the things that give you joy in life. And like,
yes.
it's so cliche, but they said, and the money will follow. Would you agree with that?
Yes. And even if the money doesn't follow, like maybe it's something that's never going to earn you a dime, that's okay too. Like just go do it anyways, because life is too short not to have fun. Um,
Oh,
right? Like we, I mean, we just,
yes.
fun needs to
Yes.
come first. We have to enjoy it. No one on their deathbed or in the instant that they leave their consciousness thinks, gosh, I wish I worked harder. Or, gosh, I
Mm.
wish I'd put more time into that proposal or spent more time on somebody else's stuff. They want to spend more time with friends, with family, with the activities that actually make them happy and that bring them joy. And that is what we truly, truly need to understand in our lives is, yes, there's, all the fun things that we don't want to do, cleaning toilets. I have yet to meet anyone who actually says, gee, I love cleaning the toilet. Um, or, doing stuff for other people.
I just
Um,
heard a really great bio, like right
yeah.
before we talked. I heard a great bio today, and it was she's done this, she's done that, she's done this, she's done that. She hates folding laundry, and it's supposed to be, and it was meant to, it catches your attention. Like who puts that in a bio? But it was meant to be relatable and also catch you, and it definitely caught us. But I agree with you 1000%. We get to do the things that we get to do, but also like you said, if the money doesn't immediately follow, the money will follow because our entire vibration changes, our energy changes, and when our energy changes, either that job that you hate is going to fall away. Don't get scared, that's happened to me multiple times. But don't worry about that. It's either going to fall away or it will change, and whatever it is that is kind of sucky about it will fall away. So make sure that you're
Absolutely.
putting putting the high vibration in before you go anywhere else. And I just love that you did that. Um, 30
Absolutely.
more seconds before we play our game. So,
Ooh.
just talking about your journey, Charisse, I just want to pay attention and acknowledge people that are successful. It doesn't necessarily happen overnight, does it? I mean, how if you had to count, have you ever counted like how many tries to get to where you're happy in what you're doing for a living?
Oh, I have not counted how many times I tried. One thing I will say is, and this is a very famous quote. I do not remember who said it, so don't come at me. But Somebody once said, it took me 30 years to become an overnight success. And I think that that is so incredibly true. It is decades of hard work, of thinking about it, of trying different things. And it may not take decades, but it's definitely not going to be instant unless you are a unicorn, in which case, more power to you. But most of us, yeah, not so much. Most of us really, really have to work at achieving greatness, at becoming the person who's going to, I'm a Canadian, who's going to put the puck in the net every single time. You don't just automatically achieve that from day one. Even love him or hate him, even Wayne Gretzky, greatest player who ever lived, debatable, but I'm going to use him as the analogy because most people like him. Um, I'm more of a Bobby Orr guy, but you know, you do you. Um, Even the greats in hockey, and I'm going to just keep with the hockey theme, even the greats in hockey spend thousands and thousands and thousands of hours practicing before they ever become a member of an NHL team. And for each one of them who did succeed, there are thousands more who gave up along the way. Um, we have to keep trying and we have to just keep practicing. Put your stick on the net, or put your stick on the puck and put the puck in the net over and over and over and over again until it feels like second nature. And when we do that, all bets are off. We can do anything.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we can also act as if we are
Yeah.
already successful. So maybe we're not Wayne Gretzky yet, but if that's the absolute goal that you're going to, every time you put your foot on the plate, you are going to expect uh, whatever you expect in
Expect
hockey,
greatness.
in baseball.
Expect greatness. You need to
Greatness.
expect
Yes.
you need to
Yes.
expect
And then just don't
greatness
get so
from
mad at
yourself.
yourself if it doesn't
That's
happen. Those are words of Abraham Hicks. Just don't get so mad at yourself if, if
right.
there's a
Yeah,
change or a thought. Yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. All right. So
yeah.
it's time for our game because this is a party. You ready for the game, Cherise?
I
I
love
didn't
it. I love it.
yeah, you're
Absolutely.
going to have to collect games and let me know if you're watching this and you want to see a game that can be done digitally. Please let me know because I run out. This one is actually, um, uh, what is the word? It's inspired by a game that I do play on LinkedIn. Let me try that again. This
Okay.
is a game that is inspired by a game that I play on LinkedIn. There we go. It all came out in one flow sentence. And Charisse, your job
Uh-oh.
is to figure out the category. Oh,
Okay.
wrong way. Let's see
Figure
what's
out the
going on.
category. Let's see what we can
Yeah,
do.
I can't see anybody now. What's happening?
Uh-oh. I can still see you.
Weird.
Hopefully you can hear
No.
me.
Okay, we'll do it this way. Okay,
Okay.
Charisse. Uh, let's come on.
Figuring
Why?
out the category. Oh,
Okay, I'm going to
it's
give you one word at a time.
easy,
You have
it'll
to try
be
to
fun,
guess,
but
and
oh,
you have to try to guess the category without. I mean, I'm going to one at a time, and so the
okay.
smaller number of
Okay.
guesses, the better
This
the
should be
win.
fun.
But you're going to win because it's a party, and everybody wins at my parties. Okay, so
I love that. Yes. Everybody wins.
um, the first word is papaya.
Fruit or yellow.
The next word um is um
It's a good one because you can't even stop giggling saying it.
is date.
Date. Again, fruit. Brown this time.
Well, it's not. The category is not fruit.
Okay.
The next word is lemon.
Okay. Still a fruit.
What else can you do with these fruits? Okay.
Um, okay.
Cranberry.
Not helping the not a fruit category thing. Okay.
You only get one more. I'm sure you can do this.
Okay. Um,
You want your
baking
last one?
ingredients. Baking
Okay.
ingredients.
Okay. No.
Food
Right. The last one is orange. And here's your hint.
juices.
Yay!
I'm like, they're all food. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
All of
I didn't
those
know
late
you could
dinners who
make
are
date
playing
juice.
along, I know you got it on the second try at least, but
Date juice. I can't.
yeah,
No,
date
prunes.
juice.
Prunes are
Oh,
more
maybe I was supposed to
plums.
say prune. I was probably supposed to say prune and not date, but I was laughing too hard.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
my fault.
Prunes, which is a type of plum, which is not a date. But anyways, oh, that's hilarious.
Awesome. Well, we have a few minutes left, Sharice, and I know that you have a really you said, we kind of talked about your journey, and what you're doing now is helping people with systems. And you have something that I personally use um, to make those systems pretty easy and unique. Do you want to talk about what you do now and share a little bit about how people can get help in terms
Absolutely.
of systems?
Yes. So I am the chief cook and bottle washer, the chief management officer at a company called Influencer Soft. And what we do is we have a funnel and website building system that it's kind of an all-in-one. So it does funnels, it does websites, it does email sending, it does payment processing, it's got a course area, it's got an affiliate program, all of the things that a newer entrepreneur would need. In fact, even existing entrepreneurs would need in order to grow their business and really build all of the systems that are required in order to market yourself properly. And it's kind of an exciting little offer because it is a lifetime deal, which is kind of unusual in the space. And we've been around for a fairly long time now, and we're not planning on going anywhere. We do still have, like a full team running us. A lot of the smaller companies like us have either folded completely or, cut things and we have not done that. So, and we don't plan to. So
Well, let's talk about some
definitely.
of the stuff that Influencer Soft does because I'm not even sure I use all of the benefits of it, but I'd sure like being able to copy something and getting it done super fast instead of having to rebuild
Absolutely.
every
Yeah.
page that I want to do.
Yeah. So the most fun part, or the most useful part for me is the visual funnel builder. So it is something that is unique in the marketplace. And what it is it allows you to completely design your funnel from start to finish in a visual way so that you can actually see how all the pieces work together. You can put your emails in there, every page goes in there. You can do redirects and upsells and downsells and A/B testing and all kinds of fun things. Um, and it allows you to see each piece and how they all connect together. And then it also gives you stats on each piece as well, right there in the one place. So you don't have to like go look at your analytics and then try and figure out and parse like, you know, this email sequence goes with this landing page and it's not doing too great. and the redirects are doing this and whatever. And then this landing page is supposed to go here, but there's no actual way for me to like visually see the connection. So I just have to hope that it works the way it's supposed to. And then
Yeah, I
because,
love that you can even say like this many people came from Facebook, this many people came from
yeah,
LinkedIn, this many people came
mhm,
from it, the I thing, whatever that what is that
yeah,
one?
yeah, UTM coding.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
UTM
So
coding, which is
and that's
super,
all visual. And like
yeah,
you said, the funnel, a lot of people who watch might not know what that means, but basically everything that has to do with your marketing and when you start them and kind of move people through your sales process or your customer process, you get to see visually how each one of those pages is working right there in front of you. Is that a good
absolutely.
description for in a
Yeah,
sixth grade term? Okay.
yeah, yeah. And it means that you can do some pretty complicated things without having to like map it out somewhere first. There's a couple of mapping softwares out there that allow you to like lay out your funnel. So we use that technology inside our funnel builder, inside of the builder of, you know, your free things to your upsells, to your downsells, to all the things. Um, so you can just kind of do all of the things that you need to do in one place instead of having to like map. Okay, so full disclosure, I do some other work quietly on the side for a few other people. And one of them uses Go High Level. Well, in order to use Go High Level, I had to write, like, I had to take a great big sheet of paper and map out on the piece of paper how I wanted each step of a pretty complicated funnel to work. And at each step, the different emails that they needed to get. And if this happens, then they need to go here or here or here or here. So I mapped, actually, I used InfluencerSoft to map it out and then I converted it over to Go High Level. But so it really allows you to cut down some of that excess work that needs to happen in order to make sure that um, if you want to be more sophisticated with your marketing and have like a freebie that leads to your low ticket paid thing that maybe leads to a sales call, but if they don't take the paid thing, then maybe they could go to a different paid thing. And then what are the upsells off of those things and downsells off of those things? And I'm probably speaking a language that you're like, oh, these are words that I don't know. Ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be your friend in this.
Yeah, or write
And
in to one of
or
us. I have
absolutely.
a like a list of ongo well, it's a continuing list and more will be added of resources on pajamapartyprofits.com so that you can kind of see what some of these jargon words mean. But I think the
Perfect.
better bet would just be to check out Sharice's offer. What is it? What's this lifetime offer thing about?
So what it is the top tier of the InfluencerSoft platform for one price that you own for the rest of your life, including we host the domain. So you pay the $20 a year or whatever it is to rent that domain, but then you don't have to pay like WordPress hosting or any other hosting fees. That lifetime price is the price that you pay aside from the $20 to purchase your domain. They call it purchasing, but you're really renting it
And
for
emails
as
are
long as
included in there
you.
too, right? Where they can email out.
Emailing out, yes. So like an active campaign or MailChimp, yes, that sort of function. We don't host the email. You need to like do like Zoho
$5. Yeah.
or yeah, it's mail Namecheap or something like that. It's like $10 for a year. It's not expensive. Um, and then tie it into it. I could get real technical on that, but yes, you do have a small extra fee for
Once
sending
it's set
emails.
up,
But
people can
once it's
send a
all set up,
professional email. Yeah.
yes, yeah. And then you have everything that the big boys have, really, including an affiliate program, a pretty robust one with, I think we can do 4 tiers, but most people just do two, of layered commissions that you could potentially pay out to affiliates. And the course area, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, like so influencer soft is replacing like Kajabi,
Yep.
MailerLite, GHL. Well, that's supposed to be an all-in-one. Would be a WordPress.
Yep.
Um,
But replace and go high level
yeah,
because we're a one-time
yeah,
deal instead of $200 a
yeah.
month. So yeah,
Right. So how do they find out about that? Is there a link you want to share? Should they just go to pajamapartyprofits.com for all of the website notes, show notes?
yeah.
Do you also have a link you want to spit out?
Can't
Those are
remember what
watching
the
live.
exact link is. It's
Okay.
influencersoft.com/influencer LTD, I believe is the link. Influencer dash LTD, I think is the link.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Influencer, Influencer. So in influencer soft is spelled Influencersoft. So it's influencersoft.com/influencer forward slash no
Influencer
dash
dash
LTD.
LTD. Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Put me on
And
the
that's
spot
another
here.
thing
I'm
you
like,
can do too is
oh,
you can
that's
take, yeah, one of the things I love in there is you can take and take any other website. If you've already built something in WordPress or something like that, you can use your new domain name and create, it's kind of like pretty links. It also
mm-hmm.
replaces pretty links right
Yep.
inside there. So I,
Yeah.
I, I kind of have to ask Sharice every once in a while, I know I can do this. How do I do this? And so,
It's my favorite thing in the entire platform is the ability to use redirects. Tell you,
yeah. Oh,
redirects
that's
and
funny. That's your
timers and all
entire,
kinds of things.
there's
Yeah.
so many things you could do. And that's her favorite thing is the, okay, awesome. Thank you,
What can I
Charisse.
say?
Charisse was supposed to be on the show a year ago, and I put the show on hold. So thank you so much for coming back and in playing with me. And I'm sure I'm going to have you on again. She is one to remind you that it is not all about work and strife and stress. Instead, it's about finding what feels good and making it make sense in a terms of yeah, right, which is kind of the opposite of what everybody else is saying. So, you what is it? Y2Kers? Keep going. You got it right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And every single person that is watching this, you are just stepping into the best years of your life.
Yes, I love
Make
that.
sure
I love
that
that. What a
you
great way to end
step
the
in
party.
confidently because, oof, girl and boy, oof, we got years of good stuff coming our way.
Awesome. An
Make it
awesome
count.
sauce. And if you know someone who would make a great fit to come and get interviewed on the show, which again is about inspiring and encouraging people who want to work from home, go to pajamapartyprofits.com and fill out the form for Be on the Show. I can't wait to meet you. Thank you. Bye, Cherie.